in your sports blogging heyday, no, back in 2012, you gave a TED talk at UP, no, Diliman, and part of what you were discussing was a lament that we didn't win a single medal in the London Olympics that year. No, we also didn't do very well in the last Southeast Asian Games then. No, fast forward, now we have a gold medalist. No, si Hayden Diaz. A silver medalist, si Nesty Petesio, no, in boxing sa Tokyo Olympics, the last Olympics. And in the next Olympics, we have a potential medalists again, no? Aside from so weightlifting, where we've been established as a kind of power, no? There's EJ Obiena in the pole vault, one of the top 3 maybe in the world, and if the favorite has a bad day, he could be a gold medalist, no, in track and field. And then there's Carlos Yulo in gymnastics, even skateboarding, no, we've been doing well, no. So what has the Philippines done right since you gave that talk in 2012? No, you mentioned there's a lack of government support back then, but you also said that let's the government should provide only part of the funding for sports development. And anyway, what do you think has happened since then in the sports world?
Yeah, there's definitely more support now. There could always be more support for our athletes, but there's more support now. I think when I made that talk, I was setting up this joke na actually hindi lang sa basketball mahilig yung mga Pilipino, 'di ba? Kasi that's the usual refrain, but in the 80s, si Rolando Navarrete naging champion sa boxing, nagkaroon siya ng pelikula. Si Lydia De Vega naging champion sa running, nagkaroon siya ng pelikula. Si Eugene Torre naging champion sa chess, nagkaroon siya ng pelikula. So, actually, nagiging movie stars pa nga yung mga champion natin.
Yeah, and excuse me, Jay, part of the joke was they were much better at their sport than they were in acting.
Yes, exactly. Kahit si Eugene Torre, ka-love team pata niya si Vilma Santos dun sa movie niya. And we saw that also with Manny Pacquiao. He became a movie star. He became a recording artist before becoming a senator, obviously. But we love our champions. We celebrate our champions. We celebrate Heidi Lim now. But the point I was making then was that the athletes need our support even before they're champions. And to a certain extent, we're doing that better now. We know about EJ Obiena and Carlos Yulo even before they haven't won the Olympic medals, but they're contenders. So we know about their stories. We've done a better job telling their stories. When EJ Obiena posts on social media about the problems he's having, he's able to rally support from supporters. And I think at that level, okay sila. Obviously, again, more support is always useful. But at that level, I think nabibigyan sila nung support enough to for them to be able to excel in their respective fields. It would be interesting to know about the next generation. I hope not just media, but everyone now has the power to tell stories. Could hear about the next generation of athletes, and I hope someone tells their stories and rally that kind of support for them. Kasi we do a good job as Filipino sports fans of celebrating our champions, but the time where they really need the support is when they're trying to be champions. And I think Heidi Lim Diaz is the best example of that, because she competed in a couple of Olympics where she didn't even place. And if you were miserly about it, you would question bakit pa siya pinapadala, hindi naman siya nagpe-play sa Olympics na yan. But I think the leaders of sports rightfully saw it as a worthy investment, and I think she also did a great job pushing through. And that should be a lesson for all of us na hindi lang to the story doesn't begin and end at the highest level of competition. So it's a very long story, and the athlete needs that support at the very start of that story.